Welcome to another Wichita Toy Train Club Lionel product review. My name's Chris, and behind the camera we have Zach, and today we'll be taking a look at the Lionel LionChief Mystery Machine Starter Set. Included in this set is the Mystery Machine FT Locomotive, the Scooby Snack Boxcar, the Zombie Chasing Gondola, and then the Mystery Inc. Caboose. So along with your train, because this is a starter set, you get track and a transformer. So, first off, we get a 18-volt DC power supply and your piece of track that has the barrel jack adapter, and you simply plug this into the wall and then plug this right into the track there, and you're ready to go. You get 8 sections of 036 track curve pieces, and along with that you get a plug-and-play accessory port piece of track that comes along so you can add accessories to your layout. Starting at the locomotive end of the train set, let's start off by talking about control. So the first thing you'll notice is that the train set comes with its own control, as do all of the LionChief train sets. It can be controlled directly with this control, the universal remote, or the Bluetooth app through the iOS App Store and Android devices. The locomotive itself has 2 maintenance-free motors. The couplers on the locomotive are not electric couplers. They are manual, so you push the tab to open and they will open, and then push them closed, just like coupling the cars together. As well as the engine does have LED lighting inside. Starting at the locomotive end of the train set, let's first off start by talking about how it's controlled. Now, as you notice, included in the train set you get this remote that comes with the train set and is directly linked to the Mystery Machine locomotive. You can control the locomotive with this remote, the LionChief app with through iOS and Android devices, as well as the bright orange universal remote. The engine features 2 operating couplers, 2 motors inside, as well as LED lighting in the cab and in the headlight. Moving towards the end of our train, we have our orange gondola. We have a zombie chasing Scooby and Shaggy. As you run your train set around your loop, Scooby and Shaggy will run around the gondola, as well as the zombie will be chasing them while they're going around the gondola while your train's going around the track. Now that we've gone over some of the very basic features, let's dive in for a closer look. Now that we're here on the front of the locomotive, down towards the track, we have our large O-scale coupler. This can be fired by pressing this little tab down here, or if you have an uncoupling track, that will do the same thing. Moving up, we have 2 silver grab irons. Nice paint with green and turquoise, cyan colored. These 2 lights are illuminated by LEDs. Both of these lights are constant on. The Mars light up here does not flash, so both of these are steadily illuminated. On the side over here, our 1969, we have a non-illuminated number board. Very nice and crisp lettering. Now we're looking at the side of the locomotive. The overall locomotive looks very nice. All the colors of the Mystery Machine colors complement each other very well. All the graphics and all the text here is very crisp, very nice looking, very nice to read. I'm going to mention that the whole body here is plastic, and all the details that you see here, the grills and all that, they are molded in. They are all plastic, molded into the plastic. These 4 portholes here have clear plastic window inserts. Moving down on the side frames, we have full die-cast metal trucks. On the top of the locomotive, pretty simple up here. Like I said before, since the body is all plastic, most of the details here are molded in. These are all very nice looking though for being molded in details. Up here on the front, we do have 2 horns. These are separately applied. Very nice silver looking horns. Now on here we do have 4 exhaust vents. On this locomotive there is no smoke unit, so if you do put any fluid down in the exhaust stacks here, since they are open, you will ruin the electronics. On the back of our locomotive, starting off near the track, we have our large O-scale coupler connecting to the rest of the train. As I said before, this can be fired with a piece of uncoupling track, or down here if you push the tab down, it will open just like that and close by pushing a car together or using your finger. Moving up, we have all molded in details into the body. A nice green door with a little graphic right there. Very crisp looking. Now, unlike the sides with the portholes and the cab on the front, This window right here does not have an insert, so it can go, you can put anything right through there. but otherwise very nice looking rear end of the locomotive. Here we have our Scooby Snack boxcar. This is a standard 027 boxcar. The Lionel has put some really nice looking graphics here on the side saying, would you do it for some Scooby Snacks? And really crisp looking Scooby Snacks, Scoob and everything here on the side looks really nice. I'm going to start over here on the couplers. Unlike the Locomotive, we have a little tab here which essentially does exactly the same thing. Push that down or use the uncoupling track to fire that coupler. The side frames of the boxcar here are plastic, not metal, so this whole thing is plastic. Down here in the little text, very crisp text though, we have built 2018 by Lionel. Now as a kid, you can always open this door and we can shove some Scooby Snacks right on in there. Our second freight car in our train set is our action gondola where Scoob and Shaggy are running away from our very scary zombie. The overall look of this car is really cool. In my personal opinion, I really like it. The paint with the vines and this really cool looking freight that they're running around is just really cool looking in my opinion. And so down here we have built 2018 by Lionel, just like the other car, supply car and real crisp lettering. Like I said, tab here to open the coupler, plastic side frames and everything. Now the cool part about this car is that while you're moving, Scoob and Shag will run around the car while the zombie is chasing them. Now depends on which way they're moving. Whichever way you choose to run your train, they can either run, you can't really tell much, but there's a gear in this axle right here that will move Scoob and Shag and zombie really slowly around the car. So if you go one direction, they'll run backwards. If you run your train the other way, then they will run forwards. But overall, this is a really neat looking car. Now we're at the end of our train, the Caboose. Now I'm going to start off by saying this is a standard 027 Caboose, but it does have a lot of cool colors and very nice graphics. Lionel has done a great job on not only this Caboose, but the rest of the train and all the graphics they've put on the sides and everywhere on here. So the very crisp lettering right here, built by Lionel 2018, just like on the other cars. Keep in mind that this whole thing is plastic. We do have a separately applied stack right here, just like on many other Cabooses. Now unlike the front of the engine on the headlight, those are LED. The light inside this Caboose actually is incandescent. Moving back, we have our standard coupler, just like the rest of the cars. Our same basic side frames of the Caboose, and just an overall great looking Caboose. All the colors look well together. On either side of the locomotive, we do have two powered trucks. On the diesel locomotive here, we do have our open gearing. Now, what we recommend is putting a little bit of grease on these gears whenever they start to look dry, just to keep everything running smoothly, as well as putting some oil on either side of the axle where it goes through the frame on all of the axles on the locomotive, as well as don't forget to put some oil on either side of the pickup rollers, as these like to squeak. On each inside set of trucks there are traction tires that come on the locomotive, so you're ready to run right out of the box. Lionel has provided a little baggie of extra traction tires, so if one of these were to fall off, you can easily throw another one of those on there and get back on the tracks and running your train. Along with the traction tires, Lionel does offer a separate sale maintenance kit with both oil and grease in it. Now we've got our gondola and our Caboose flipped over here. Let's take a look at the underside. On our gondola right here, we can see our gears to power Scooby and Shaggy and the zombie to run around our gondola, which, like before, if you move this one axle, it will turn that gear. If you do see some wear, we recommend putting a little bit of grease right there, just keep things nice and fluid, keep things moving. Now, not only with just this one car, but along with all of your rolling stock, it's always a helpful and good idea to put a little bit of oil right here where the axle ends into the side frame right there. Just keep things running smooth, keep wear down, and keep an overall train running really nice for years to come. Moving up to our Caboose here, you can see a very obvious difference between our other cars and our Caboose here is we have the two rollers right here that provide our middle rail electrical contact. Now these are here because our incandescent light there needs power. As usual, just put a little bit of oil right here, some oil right here if things become squeaky. If there's still a squeak, this little tab right here may be the culprit. So you might want to put a little bit of oil down there, just keep things fluid and smooth and running nice. All right, now we've got our track power on. We can hear our little chirp that our engine produces when our remote is not turned on. I am going to admit that I made a mistake, that our number boards actually are illuminated. I earlier said that they were not. I am correcting that now. But anyways, let's turn the remote on and listen to some of the sounds. So we'll flip the switch here, red light will come on, and our engine will turn on. Now right here is our horn, you can press that. And unlike what you might think, we actually have a car horn instead of a diesel horn. Over here is our bell. And here we have some awesome sounds.
Let's solve a mystery, Scooby-Doo.
Now one cool fact about this is that Lionel actually brought in the actor that does the Scooby voice to record all these, so we actually have our authentic Scoob sound coming throughout the engine directly from the source. Now to adjust the volume, simply press and hold the announcement button, turn this down or up, whichever you'll need, and then you can let go of the volume button, or the announcement button, excuse me, and the engine will not take off until you are back to 0. Turn the volume back up, simply press and hold the announcement button, bring the volume all the way back up, release, and then, as before, bring all the way back to center. To move the locomotive, simply move forward and move backwards. If you're interested in running this locomotive with the Bluetooth app or the universal remote, check out our videos going across the screen right now. Now we're going to head up to our children's room and we're going to set up the oval that comes with the starter set, show you how the starter set looks complete, and then we'll bring back the train and run it on our layout down here.
a mystery, Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby snacks. Thanks for loving. Thanks for loving. I love Scooby snacks. Thanks for loving.
All right, so we've seen the engine run, and the whole train looks great around the layout. We've set up the Lupa track that comes with the starter pack. This is a great starter kit to get started into the hobby if you're brand new, coming with your own little Lupa track, a nice train, remote. The next step up would be the LionChief Plus. So like I said, that's a great starter set right here, and the colors look great and everything. It's great for kids who want to get into the hobby. If you've gotten this set and you're looking to expand a little bit and stick with the Scooby theme and the Mystery Machine theme, Lionel has made a number of more products that you can expand this set, like and a Scooby-Doo aquarium car, box car, Happy Birthday Scooby-Doo box car with sounds, a Sam Witch's Cafe. And if you're looking to expand your Scooby world, Lionel makes some great options. This concludes our review of the Mystery Machine Scooby starter set. This Lionel starter set retails right at $430. If you go through any good Lionel dealer, you could probably get a little discount off of that retail price. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell down below to get notifications for all of our future videos and product reviews. Don't forget also, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up to show your support. As well as don't forget to check out our Facebook page down in the description for our open hours and other train related content. Thanks for watching.